Currently, I'm doing my PhD, but I'm doing with ochratoxin in coffee. So that's my major objective and the theme, because with coffee, there's that ochratoxin that people and farmers are not aware about, and it is so common, and it is a healthy ASDS. So that is why I decided to do the ochratoxin. That is, it is called HOTA A, HOTA in coffee. That is, I collect data, market data from Chuka market, and I submit it to KAMIS. And as I collect this data, I rank farmers and the producers and the traders with other traders in different counties. When I'm collecting data, I don't know why I'm so keen with diseases. So you just find myself advising farmers on what to do with the diseased potatoes, diseased tomatoes, diseased, all those products that are diseased. So I'm always concerned. One of my colleagues who was in the county, and then she told me there's a scholarship for the KCSAP. KCSAP is offering scholarship, and so you can apply. But I asked her about the age limit. She told me there's no age limit, so you can apply, and that is how I applied. I just had one day being called by somebody and told me, Tabitha, your scholarship has been approved. I could not hold my tears because, wow, is it true that I'll go to school? But God did it. I enrolled here, Chuka University, and I wrote my concept paper on green glams. And that's why now I decided to do I wrote a concept paper on characterization of fungal diseases and the endemic factors that contribute to low yields in Tharaka Nithi and Kitui counties. So I decided to have the two counties. I just went to the field, I did my survey, so I had a questionnaire, and I interviewed farmers using my questionnaire, both Tharaka Nithi, the two wards, that is Mokothima ward and Code ward, and then I went to Kitui. I interviewed farmers from Kiagwithia ward and Kitui Central ward. I collected the diseased samples of green glams, and I decided not to use the other diseases like bacteria and viruses because they were there, but the most the severe disease was fungal disease, and especially the powdery mildew, the Cercospora, and the anthracnose. That was the major diseases that I found on the ground. I came to Chuka Rap. I just refrigerated them for future isolation now. And then we came and prepared the media. I prepared the media for the isolation. That is where I used that 9 gram of potato dextrose and dissolved in 1 liter of distilled water. And then I heated the media and stirring it to dissolve completely. And then I sterilized in the autoclave for 121 degrees Celsius for 15 at 15 pressure for 15 minutes, and then cooled to 50 degrees. And then after the sterilization, that is when I dispersed the media now to the Petri dishes. I kept them for also incubation in the incubator. So how I did the isolation of the deceased plants, I just took the leaves, the deceased samples of leaves, and then with a sterilized razor, I cut. That is 3 millimeter in size, and then I cleaned that isolated part that I cut. I had three types of washing. First, distilled water, and then I passed it to the jig for sterilization for 2 minutes, and then from there I still passed it through another distilled water to remove the jig. And then after that, I now put my sample into the Petri dish. Now we are in the media now for incubation and growth. After characterization of the fungal diseases, I found out that there was the incidence of powdery mildew was more prevalent in Mukothima ward, and also downy mildew was more prevalent in Mukodi, that is in Tharaka Nithi County. In Kitui County, the Sarcospora reef spot was prevalent in Kiangwithia ward, and also the anthracnose was more prevalent in Kitui Central. Now, the action that should be taken is first, farmers are supposed to be trained. They are supposed to be trained on these diseases, because I found out that farmers were not able to identify the disease and the pest. And also they were not even able to spray the proper insecticide or the fungicide to their crops. Mostly when I asked them on the dummies that they use, those containers that contained the chemicals that they used, each and every, almost in all the 2 counties, they were giving me the insecticide. So they were not controlling any fungal disease. So the policymakers can have a training. They can have a proper training for fungal, to control the fungal diseases to these farmers, how they can control fungal diseases, because they only control the pests. So farmers are supposed also to be trained how to enrich their soils, and so that the production can increase. If all this is done, there will be more production of green gloves in those arid and semi-arid areas. There will be increased income in their livelihood, and also there will be also food security.